I'm here to see the IIBA Calgary Chapter Professional Development Day. Should be interesting. Hopefully I can interview a few people. Hi, I'm here with Reg Cracknell, who's the president of IIBA Calgary Chapter, and he and the executive and a number of other volunteers have put together the IIBA Calgary Professional Development Day here in Calgary. So I thought I would ask Reg a few questions about the Professional Development Day and about the Calgary Chapter. Hi, Reg.
Hi, Marcus.
Great to see you.
Nice to see you as well. It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been a while, a couple of years. So my first question, Reg, is first of all, what is the Professional Development Day?
It is a time where, as business analysts, we get together and we are able to hear from speakers like Bola that you just interviewed and learn, hone our skills, and also just being able to go, aha, I should use that. I know this, but I don't always use that. So having that extra little nudge or gem provided back to you is a fantastic way and a time to be able to be together, network with other BAs within the city, and to be able to just improve yourself. You also get 7 CDUs as well, so that's always good.
And the CDUs are those who have certifications who want to renew them, yes, or who need the CDUs to get a certification?
It is for renewal. Okay. So on a CBAP, you need 35 CDUs over this 3 years. And so 7 in one day is a good use of time.
It's a good use, okay. And is it one hour per CDU?
Yes.
So, okay, so you've got 7-8 hours today.
Yes.
And that counts, okay, that counts for 7 or 8 CDUs. Okay, splendid. And if anybody wants to join the IIBA Calgary Chapter, how can they go about to do so?
It's just go to iiba.org and join IIBA International, and then because you're in the southern Alberta, so Wetaskiwin South, you get added to the Calgary Chapter. But we're always looking for volunteers to be on the leadership team, and also it's nice to see people in person. We even have a Stampede event.
We do.
That is just a lot of fun, and it's just to be able to get together, play some games. Last year it was axe throwing. This year we're not exactly sure, but it will be up on the website shortly.
And for those who aren't from Calgary or who don't know about Stampede, it is the exhibition that we have for 1 week here in Calgary in July. And a lot of companies have Stampede breakfasts, as I'm sure where you work, you might have one. And some volunteer organizations have Stampede breakfasts as well. And the whole city kind of takes the week off unofficially, and they can see horseback riding and all sorts of competitions to do with that theme of the Calgary Stampede. Yes. Fantastic. Well, thanks very much, Rich.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, well,
great
much appreciated.
Okay, thanks, Marcus.
Great to see you. Hi, Marcus Udekang here again. I'm interviewing 3 people from the IIBA Board of Governors chapter. Sorry, the IIBA Calgary chapter, the Board of Governors for that chapter. So I will have each of you introduce yourself. You are?
Mike Jones. I used to be the president.
Okay. And you are?
Suzanne Darwish, the vice president.
And you are?
I'm Bola Adesope, and I'm the communications director.
Okay, fantastic. So we'll start off with Mike. I'll ask each of you a couple of questions. So Mike, First of all, what is the IIBA Calgary Professional Development Day all about?
It's about honing your skills, making sure that you're taking the advantage of the latest information that's in the industry, getting together and discussing it, networking with some of your peers, and just becoming a better BA all around.
Okay, and for Susan, how long have you been part of the IIBA chapter?
It's been 6 great years. So I started off as director of events, so I would be organizing events like PDD, and now I'm the vice president.
Okay, and is this the biggest event for this chapter, or are there other events that take place that are just as big?
We have events throughout the year, but Professional Development Day, PDD, tends to be the biggest event that we have, and we usually have it once a year.
Okay, splendid. Nikolai, how long have you been part of the chapter?
I've been part of the chapter for 3 years.
3 years.
Absolutely.
And how did you join the chapter, just out of curiosity?
I joined in through a referral. So one of my previous colleagues that I worked with came onto the board, and then when a position came vacant, he thought that I'd be useful in helping the need, and pulled me in.
And so all three of you are business analysts in your day jobs?
I
Yes.
am, yes.
Correct.
Okay,
Yep.
fantastic. And do you have the title of business analyst, or do you have a different title but still do business analysis?
I am a business analyst.
You're a business
Yeah.
analyst.
Yeah, currently business analyst.
Also currently business analyst.
Okay, same here.
Okay.
Off and on. So you can take the title of business analyst, or you could do business analysis work with different titles, like perhaps a product owner, or maybe even a financial analyst of some sort. Anything that you want to tell me about the PD Day? For example, topics that are being presented, or people who are presenting?
I'm a presenter.
Oh, you are? Okay.
So my presentation is awesome.
And what are you presenting about?
We're actually doing an agile game. Gamification is often used in agile to teach the principles. So I'm taking one of those games. It's a multi-hour game, so it often takes 3 hours to do. But it teaches many aspects of agile in a fun environment, and that gamification aspect makes it stick.
Okay, splendid. Are you presenting, Susan?
I am not presenting, but we have Bola presenting today. He presented the first half of the day. The topic was a day in the life of a business analyst. Really talked about agile and different techniques. We had a lot of interactive case studies and games done with Bola today. So it was very interactive, fun, and educational.
Splendid. Any last words about the chapter or about the Professional Development Day? You can take the mic. by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we just encourage everybody to come and participate. PDD is a great day to kind of come and get your feet wet. It's a full day affair, so you really get a breadth of different experience. Like we mentioned, you get to do the networking component, which is key. A lot of us don't necessarily do that enough during our day-to-day. In being part of IIBA, it's also really nice to come and to participate in our other events, because we do crossover events where we have people that are recruiters, people that are from the Project Management Institute. So it allows you to kind of showcase yourself to multitudes of different people, which is nice, and it gives you that venue as opposed to just showing up to random networking events. So it's definitely key. And then for PDD as well, I think it's just great to come and participate. You get your CDUs, so all of us that have the certification get the added benefit of getting 8 CDUs out of the 60 that you have to do to recertify. So you get to take on that benefit, and then participate in various activities, because it is quite different throughout the day. Different speakers, different activities. We all learn different, so it fills all the needs.
Splendid. Well, thank you very much. Nikolai, Susan, and Mike.
Yep.
Mike actually has his name tag, so I was able to figure out his name. That's okay. Well, thank you very much for this short interview, and for helping to promote business analysis, but also IIBA Calgary. Thank you.
Thanks, Marcus.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, Marcus Udikang, the Inquisitive Analyst here. I'm here to interview Bola Adesope, and we are here at the IIBA Calgary Professional Development Day in Calgary. And Bola's has been nice enough to grace his presence on this interview, and he's also doing a workshop. So I thought I would ask you, Bola, what are you presenting on today?
Oh yeah. So the title of my presentation is A Day in the Life of a Business Analyst. However, I'm looking beyond just a day in the life of a business analyst. I'm looking at the core business analysis function, but also the roles that intersect with business analysis. For example, at the delivery level, the Scrum Master, the product owner, for example, using like a more predictive approach, the project manager, and then maybe even like the data analyst. So I'm looking at those roles as they interact and intersect with business analysis function.
Any wow moments, anything that you highlight that we should hear about today? So, for example, the PM and the business analyst, or the data analyst and the business analyst. Anything that comes to mind that you think there's two great points that we should emphasize on today's video?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it's the realization, that aha moment where people realize that while performing business analysis, they have also been doing all of those other roles. For example, product owner role. For example, a lot of the things that a product owner does, you find that business analysis or business analysts are doing that. Even project management, you get what I mean? So it's that moment where people say, oh, so that's what product managers do, or that's what product owners do. Oh, I do most of these things, so I can literally easily transfer my skills and then move into that role.
There's a lot of crossover, which means a couple of things. One, I think it also means that BAs could become product owners, or could become project managers, or could become scrum masters.
Absolutely.
And also the other way around. If
Yes.
you want to become a business analyst, by all means, you can transition from a product owner to a BA, for
Yes.
example.
Yes.
Okay. And how long is your presentation today?
Interestingly, it's supposed to be for 3 hours, but I am getting the opportunity to extend by 1 more hour, so I'm going to be doing 4 hours. So thanks to the IIBA Calgary Chapter leadership for allowing me to spend 4 hours as against 3 hours.
Fantastic. And you came all the way from Toronto.
That's correct.
And you flew in, was it today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
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 So you're in, and you're basically out tomorrow, back to
That's
Toronto?
correct. That's correct.
This is definitely a business analyst who is truly devoted to his trade. To come all the way up, for those who don't understand, Toronto and Calgary, it's a few thousand kilometers between the two. I know because I bicycled it, it takes you days. So flying it 4 hours here, flying it 4 hours back, this is certainly a person who is devoted to his work and the trade of being a business analyst.
Absolutely. Thank you. I mean, it's just like for me and other people, it's the passion that people have for the profession and seeing the community grow, that makes us do a lot of the things that we do.
Now I'm curious, because Bola's been presenting at many chapters around the world. In fact, you just got back from a chapter in Belgium, Netherlands, I think it was?
Yes, at Belgium and Luxembourg.
Okay, and now he's in Calgary. This man flies around. So a couple of questions. One, for someone who wants to do presentations like this, maybe 1 or 2 things on how we can get into this. How can we present for IIBA? How can we present for that chapter? If I wanted to, I'm new to this, I want to be able to be a presenter at a chapter. How do I go about doing this?
I think 2 things. One is find a topic that people in that community really like, and that they will get value from. So get that ready, and then speak to the chapter leaders. Speak to the chapter leaders. Tell them that you have this fantastic presentation topic. Maybe it's research-based, maybe it's from your experience. Share with them, and I'm sure they'll give that opportunity to just present, maybe at a monthly event or at a yearly event like this.
Superb. And that also goes for, I should mention, people who want to write blogs as well. You could write blogs for the IIBA chapter, IIBA Calgary, for instance, and even IIBA Global does have blogs where you can make a contribution to it. Just contact your local chapter, and I'm sure they'd be more than willing to post that blog, as long as it passes a few credentials and it's not too long.
Absolutely.
So, great, fantastic. Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. It's nice to see you in your city. The last time we saw was in my city.
Was in Toronto back in February, I think.
Yeah, February. That's correct.
So it's
correct.
not too long ago.
Yeah.
Great. Well, good luck on your next presentation.
All right. Thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
Cheers. Yeah,
Cheers.
bye.
Take care. I have here with me a member of the IIBA Calgary Executive, so I'll have him introduce him to you. Your name is?
Ife Akimboade.
And what position do you hold on the Board of Governors?
I'm the director of events at the IIBA Calgary Chapter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there are a number of people that you have come to do presentations for the chapter. For example, today it's the IIBA Calgary's Professional Development Day.
Right.
So maybe you can tell me a bit about what is a Professional Development Day?
Great. So Professional Development Day, as the name sounds, it's basically a day for professionals to come together and collaborate and learn new things, catch up with new trends in the world of business analysis and so on and so forth. So that's essentially what we're doing today, is to kind of enrich our professionalism, to meet people, to network, to rub minds with people of similar expertise and experience and so on.
To rub minds with people with similar expertise. I love that
Right.
phrase.
Right.
And I think the networking is obviously important.
Absolutely.
And I've heard from people who, for example, who don't join a chapter, they say that they only really get to know the people in their office or in the spheres that they work in. But I think IIBA chapter helps you to expand that sphere of influence and that sphere of networking and just see business analysis from a very different perspective.
Absolutely, and that's absolutely true, because in the room represented today are people from oil and gas. I work with the city of Calgary, so municipality. The people from telecoms in there, a few people who run their own businesses. So we have people basically from all industries that you can think about. So that kind of, as you said, gives people the opportunity to kind of understand from a different industry perspective what business analysis is all about, right?
Okay, splendid. Now, how long have you been a member of the chapter?
I've been a member of the IIBA chapters about 6 years now.
Wow, 6 years.
And yeah, I've been a director for events for about going on 3 years now.
And how can people join? How can BAs or non-BAs or people who want to know more about business analysis, how can they join the chapter?
Absolutely. So it's pretty easy. All they need to do is just go on to Google and just type in calgary.iiba.org, and it's going to bring out our chapter website for you. So right on there you can see membership, and you can click on membership and you can join. It's pretty easy.
Splendid. And I just want to overemphasize that joining the chapter is a huge benefit. I was VP of Professional Development for the IIBA Ottawa Outaouais chapter online, and I don't know what the prerequisites are now, what the requirements are, but certainly if you're slightly out of the city, like maybe in Airdrie or in Okotoks, and you can't always come in, they certainly do have online meetings and online training. So it's certainly much more inclusive that way for online members who can't always make it into Calgary.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's global membership is what we call it now. So essentially your membership is not tied to a chapter. So if you're a traveling BA or a traveling professional, even though you're a member of the Calgary chapter, you can still, enjoy and experience business analysis, webinars and workshops and events in America, for example, in other parts of the world, if, work takes you there, right? So you're not essentially tied to a particular chapter. You can enjoy immense value as being a member anywhere in the world.
It's a good thing that you've emphasized that as well. So thank you for that.
No worries.
Well, have a wonderful time at the Professional Development Day.
For sure.
And just before you go, I wanted to say, how many people are presenting today? Do you know? Offhand?
Presenting or attending?
Actually presenting.
Presenting. We have 2 presenters.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's a long workshop, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
A few hours.
Yeah. So we have the morning session, which basically just ended, and we're just about going into the afternoon session now. So a lot of both the morning and afternoon sessions have a lot of activities, a lot of case studies and scenarios, a lot of collaboration events in there, and that's why we have just 2 speakers, so that we're able to kind of dive in, and kind of make the best opportunity of the time that we have today.
Splendid.
Yeah.
Well, thank you once again, Ife.
No worries. You're welcome.
All right.
Always
Splendid.
a pleasure.
Indeed. Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Great. Well, have yourself a great day and enjoy the second half of the Professional Development.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Take
You're
care.
welcome. Bye.